Food assistance checks aren't coming in November if Washington cannot get it together. That's households in Iowa at risk, families in Waterloo, Mason City, and Ottumwa, people who need help buying groceries. Now, Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds said we should be worried because Democrats are coming for your SNAP benefits. And she's right. We should be worried, but she's leaving out some pretty basic context about power and where the problem is. I'm Zachary Oren-Smith. I write about politics for Iowa Starting Line. Governor Kim Reynolds put out a press release on Thursday blaming, quote, Senate Democrats for putting Iowa SNAP benefits at risk. She's right that the state's Health and Human Services Department told employees recently that it would not be issuing November SNAP benefits, but here's the background that she conveniently left out. The USDA, run by the Trump administration, directed Iowa and every other state not to issue November SNAP benefits if the shutdown continues past October. So when Reynolds says Senate Democrats need to vote to reopen the government, here's what she's not saying. Republicans control the White House, the U.S. House, and the U.S. Senate. Their trouble is that in order to get a budget through the Senate, they need 60 votes. There are 53 Republicans and 47 Democrats in the Senate. So they need 7 more votes than they have for their party. In normal times, that meant appealing to Democrats for votes to get the bill passed, but Republicans poisoned the well back when both sides agreed to a budget, and after the fact, Republicans clawed back $9.4 billion without a single Democratic vote. So congrats on the majority, but dealing with the minority party, its concerns, its issues, that's what serious policymaking looks like. Meanwhile, Republicans vacated Washington, D.C. Some, like U.S. Representative Ashley Henson, have been holding high-dollar fundraisers instead of convincing their colleagues to come back to the table. Republicans are positioning themselves as the party trying to save your SNAP benefits, only that take requires you to memory hold the last couple of months. Back in July, congressional Republicans passed a budget that slashes $300 billion from SNAP over the next decade. SNAP, the same program they're claiming to save, they agreed as a party to cut $300 billion from. Meanwhile, Democrats have said they're willing to come to the table for a deal, and they've said out loud what they want. Right now, health insurance subsidies for more than 20 million Americans are set to expire. Premiums are set to spike between 79 and 114%. Democrats want Republicans to agree to extend those subsidies and keep the Affordable Care Act, affordable. I asked Iowa HHS what they're doing to help those households on SNAP, and they said they're, quote, engaging with food banks. When I asked what that means, like, is the state providing additional funding or staffing, they didn't respond. Reynolds says her focus is on, quote, understanding the needs of food banks. Understanding. Like this is a research project and not an emergency. By the way, the Taxpayer Relief Fund, the one-time money Iowa Republicans are using to float their budget deficit, it's got money in it. And maybe it's just me, but making sure SNAP benefits go out in November would be a pretty good relief for taxpayers. For Iowa Starting Line, I'm Zachary Oren-Smith. Thanks for watching.